There's a drawer in the back of a municipal building that no one likes to open. It's not cursed, it's just inconveniently suspicious. Inside is a small evidence bag, sealed, labeled with a string of numbers that used to belong to different case files. Case files that have nothing in common except one little stowaway, a coin. Not a rare one, not something a pirate would murder over. Just a slightly battered coin with a deep diagonal scar across one side, like someone took a swipe at it, mid-mint. It shouldn't matter, it's pocket change. It should have bought a cup of coffee, then disappeared into a couch cushion forever. Except it didn't. The coin keeps showing up, across decades, across cities, usually in a bag of somebody's personal belongings, right after the universe decides they're out of time. Some cops think it's a weird joke. Some think it's a coincidence. And one detective had the audacity to say, "Coins don't predict death. People do." Yeah, that guy retired early. Nervous breakdown? Budget cuts? Coincidence? Don't worry. We'll let the coin answer that. Luck is a weird thing. It makes people confident enough to climb masts in a storm and dumb enough to bring a lucky charm to sea as if Poseidon accepts coupons. This coin first turns up in 1927 in the pocket of a sailor named Henry Calder. Hard worker, bad gambler, optimist for absolutely no reason. He finds the coin heads up on the docks. Scratched to hell, ugly little thing. Most people would flick it back into the water. Henry says, "Hey, ugly luck is still luck." That night, the ship hits a squall. The waves start dancing, like they're auditioning for a 1927 version of Dancing with the Stars. Men go overboard. Henry hangs on by a rope, while the ocean tries to turn him into a snack. He survives, barely. When fishermen pull him ashore, they hand him the possessions they saved from the sinking ship. One soaked wallet, 3 ruined cigarettes, and that coin, which looked a little cleaner now, like the seed tried to polish it. Henry calls it his miracle. He keeps it close, refuses to let it out of his sight. 5 weeks later, an accident on the dock ends the miracle streak. Doctors say he never saw it coming. The coin, it's found near his hand. Someone pockets it, thinking it's spare change. And the cycle repeats. The coin next turned up in 1954, almost like it got a job, at the Carnival. Carnivals are supposed to be fun. Cheap thrills, rigged games, hot grease in the air. But standing behind all the neon and laughter, there's always a little bit of danger waiting to clock in. Summer 1954, Indiana. A traveling carnival sets up behind the fairgrounds. Tilt-a-whirl squealing like it's trying to break free. A fortune-telling booth that always smells like incense and regret. And what's inside the ticket booth? Our scratch little troublemaker. It ends up there the way all cursed objects do, quietly and without paperwork. A ticket seller named Grace notices it first. Rusty, diagonal scratch across the face. It feels heavier than it should. She shrugs and tosses it into the register, right next to a stack of ride tokens. That night, the carnival is packed. Teenagers trying to outscream each other on rides built by the lowest bidder. Music blaring through tired speakers. The kind of scene you remember forever. Unless something else remembers it for you. Then comes the Ferris wheel. A sudden jolt. Screams that aren't the fun kind. The ride freezes mid-air. Someone doesn't make it back to the ground the way that they planned. When the sheriff arrives, he tells Grace to close up the booth. She goes to grab her things, and the coin is gone. Not stolen, not dropped, just not there anymore. Next town over, another carnival, another ride, another perfectly timed disaster. This coin doesn't cause chaos. It likes a front row seat. By the late 70s, cars were rolling off factory lines with more chrome than common sense. Everyone thought they were invincible behind the steering wheel, especially a guy named Ricky Ward. Ricky was the kind of person who believed the universe owed him good luck. He found the coin in a pawn shop tray. The scratch caught his eye. Battle scar, he called it. He paid for it with loose change from his ashtray. Irony can be such a troll. He didn't shove it deep into his pocket. He didn't stash it in a wallet. He placed that thing front and center, right on the dashboard, like a hood ornament for fate. Friends joked about it. You're worshipping pocket change now? Ricky laughed it off. Hey, luck is luck, he'd say. Traffic was a nightmare that week. Road construction everywhere. Detours with more twists than a soap opera. On a perfectly normal afternoon, Ricky's car skids. Tires hit the loose gravel, and physics files a complaint. The car walks the guardrail like it suddenly remembered it's not a tightrope walker. Metal screams. Glass gives up on its dreams. Ricky's luck runs out. The car is totaled, but the coin? It's sitting upright on the dashboard, like it didn't even feel the crash. Paramedics assume someone put it there after the wreck, except nobody touches it. Nobody claims it. Nobody even remembers seeing it, until the tow yard inventory crew writes it down. 1 damaged vehicle, 1 coin, unusual scratch. The coin gets bagged with the wreck debris, then it disappears again. Because this coin doesn't stick around for grief. It's already looking for its next ride. Every cursed object story has a beginning. Usually it's dramatic. A doomed king, a shady ritual, a dramatic Latin chant. This coin? The origin is stupid. Mint records don't show anything special. It wasn't forged in a temple on the night of the blood moon. It wasn't even a limited edition. It's pocket change, made on a Tuesday. But here's where things get weird. The scratch across the face? Not wear and tear. This thing rolled off the press already wounded, like it tried to escape early and someone slammed the mold down harder. Maybe that's why it acts like it has a chip on its shoulder, literally. Then there's a serial code stamped just off center. Coin experts call it a mint error. We call it a red flag. Coins like this usually get tossed out before circulation. Not this one. It went through processing like it bribed somebody. Maybe it slipped into the world by accident. Maybe the machine malfunctioned. Or maybe, stay with me here, something wanted this coin out there. And that would make this less of a cursed artifact and more of a cosmic prank prop. Some collectors think misprint coins are valuable. This one has a different kind of value. It's really good at showing up right before someone's luck runs out. Not supernatural, just super rude. Humans love patterns. We see faces in toast, and meaning in numbers, and destiny in pocket lint. So yeah, maybe this coin is just unlucky. Maybe it keeps ending up in the wrong pockets right before the universe decides, hey, it's your time. Statistically, weird stuff happens. People buy lottery tickets for this exact reason, even though statistically they shouldn't bother. So skeptics say the coin doesn't predict death. It just hangs out nearby. Cool story, except what's the cutoff? How many bizarrely timed misfortunes have to happen before we raise an eyebrow? Once is an accident. Twice is a coincidence. 3 times is the coin saying, hold my beer, I'm working. Whenever the coin appears in photos or evidence reports or someone's last inventory of personal items, the reaction isn't fear, it's annoyance. Because every time it shows up again, someone has to admit, shit, it's still keeping score. Even professionals investigating it get uncomfortable because the theory that fits best is that nobody's in control. Not curses, not ghosts, not even bad luck. Just a shiny little jerk of a token that refuses to be where it should be and insists on being exactly where it shouldn't be. And that might be the scariest theory of all. The universe has timing, and it thinks it's funny. These days, nothing stays hidden. Not bad haircuts, not questionable exes, and definitely not haunted pocket change. Our coin resurfaces in 2023. Of course it does. This was the year the universe was clearly bored. A thrift store clerk in Oklahoma posts a picture online. Found this weird coin in a donation box. Feels off. Should I buy it? The photo goes viral for exactly one dumb reason. The scratch looks like a lightning bolt, and the internet loves a dramatic backstory. Comments flood in. Looks haunted, lol. I'll give you $5,000 right now. My grandma had one of these before she... Never mind. People start digging. Not historians, Reddit. They find old case reports, old carnival photos, old pawn shop listings, all with the same scratch coin. Someone posts a compilation video, the coin that shows up before disaster. Millions of views in a weekend. The thrift shop clerk freaks out and sells the coin to a collector. 2 months later, the collector's house burns down. Investigators find the coin in the ashes, sitting on a steel shelf, perfectly untouched, like fire knows better. Coincidence? Maybe. But tell that to the internet. Now people watch for the coin like fate's paparazzi. Every blurry photo, every estate sale, every secondhand store listing, it gets scanned for that scratch. And one day, someone sees it again. It's in a pocket of someone who has no idea they're trending in hell. Some relics get locked away because they're valuable. Others get locked away because nobody wants to be responsible for whatever happens next. This coin isn't miraculous. It isn't magical. It isn't even particularly rare. It's just present. Exactly where it shouldn't be at the exact moment someone's story ends. Maybe it's a coincidence that keeps cashing in. Maybe destiny needed a mascot. Maybe the universe has a messed up sense of humor and this coin is the punchline. Whatever the truth is, it's still out there, resting in someone's pocket, waiting for the next unfortunate timing. If you want to follow more mysteries like this, don't leave your luck up to spare change. Tap like, hit subscribe, and stick with us if you want to keep questioning the world right along beside us. Thanks for joining us on Truth-ish, where the stories are mostly true and always strange.